So let's get started. First of all, thanks to everyone for signing up to this special seminar. I really, for me, this is exactly where I want my life to go, is teaching these kind of things. I developed these ideas back in 2006 when I realized that I had found a way to actually maintain fitness for the most part and never go back to the heaviest that I ever was, which was a pretty bad trajectory, and I'll tell you about that in a while. And I think there's some people here that actually saw me when I first started Kung Fu back in 2004, because that's exactly how I started, not you, eh? No, some people. So first of all, thanks for signing up. I've been helping people. My career has actually been helping people change right from the start of my professional career in one way or another. I've seen people struggle with all sorts of different changes. And I've also always struggled with my weight. I could always get in shape, I could whip myself in shape, but I could never stay there. And so I was going through a cycle that started in my late teens. Martial arts was always my sport of choice, and so it was karate. So I'd go to karate and my body would transform and I'd feel fantastic, and I'd say, never again will I put on that kind of weight. I don't even like chips anymore, and I believe it. And then my fitness, I'll use this as my fitness would go up and my fitness would go down. And then I would have an awful moment where I couldn't fit into something or I looked really gross, and then I would turn it around and I'd whip myself into shape again. And I'd say, never again, I don't even like chips anymore. Why would I even want a chip? Ew, they're yucky. And then I'd be back down. The cycle would go I'd be in shape for about 8 or 9 months, and I'd be out of shape, slide down for about a year, and then I'd turn it around. Here's the problem. Every time the cycle would go, I would be older, and I would hit a new heaviest ever. You ever hear someone say, if I ever reach X weight, shoot me? Well, that was the cycle. The peak of the cycle was in 2004. My son was born in 2002. I had stopped working out, so for 2 straight years it was video games, late nights, and fast food. And it didn't help that at the time, Airport Highway, the Macs on Airport Highway, when you pull into those Macs, the townhouses that are right there, that was my apartment. So I could literally go to Max without putting any clothes on. Really, I just put my coat on and go to Max. I could just see 2 a.m., 3 a.m. if I wanted something. The environment definitely supported bad habits. And I turned it around and managed to keep it turned around. My heaviest back then was approaching 270, and I had a 44-inch waist, and I had just bought 44 jeans, very shameful moment, and I had to take my belt. I didn't want to buy a new, bigger belt, so I took my old belt downstairs and I nailed a new hole in it, so it would fit. Things that to people may sound familiar. So let me switch gears for a second. I used to read this advice columnist online, this funny guy, he always put people in his place. I liked him until some woman wrote in saying, I can't control my weight, and I'm worried that I'm no longer attractive to my husband, and she was really worried. And he said, eat less, move more. It ain't rocket science. That was his advice. And I looked at that, and I said, wait a minute, to this guy, you see his picture, he's always so skinny. Losing weight is not rocket science, but it's not just eat less, move more. It's not just that, that's part of it. But let me just throw in a curveball. What if it's eat less, move more, but all your friends are now jealous, and so they're talking behind your back and you're lonely? Uh-oh, it's not eat less, move more. It's a whole complicated lifestyle change. So the focus of today's workshop is the secrets of self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is what happens when we hit that point where I'll just use this example. We've been coming to classes or visiting the gym, we've gotten active, we feel good, we're shrinking, we have more energy, we feel attractive. And honestly, we don't like chips. If we eat too many or a couple, we feel gross. And you start to feel that, oh my gosh, this is me, I can do this. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Which is a wonderful feeling. I want that feeling for everybody. To feel unstoppable feels incredible. But here's what happens. We feel unstoppable, and yet all of a sudden we start making bad decisions. What are bad decisions when it comes to losing weight? They are skipping workouts and eating bad stuff. And what are some other bad decisions when it comes to losing weight? What are some actions you can take? No sleep. That's right. Why is sleep important? Our muscles grow when we sleep. Our body restores itself. Yeah. Did you know too, I found this out recently, lack of sleep involves, if you're sleep deprived, you take bigger, more foolish risks in your life. Your judgment actually gets impaired. And I'll come back to that later as to why that's important. So really the three big ways to sabotage our fitness are to not go to workouts, to eat bad stuff and not eat good stuff for us, and to not get sleep. I can't think anything else. Smoke. Starting smoking again could really sabotage your fitness. Anything else? Does that pretty much cover it? Not having good nutrition. Yeah. Not a balanced diet. Not eating enough. That's right, skipping meals.